a model. What makes humans a unique life form on this planet? For one thing, we appear to be the only life form on this planet capable of leaving the planet through its own effort. We appear to be the only earthly life form capable of traveling throughout the heavens amongst the stars without assistance from other species. Why do we appear to be the only life form with this capability? No other life forms seem to have the necessary combination of physical dexterity, intelligence, curiosity, sense of purpose, and determinism to do so. So, no other earthly life form seems to be obsessed with finding the answer to the question, why do I exist? What makes us think our presence will be allowed in space? It is not a case of our seeking permission to step into the heavens. It is a case of knowing it will happen. It has already happened, and as we have stepped into space, we have taken our presence with us. What does taking our presence with us mean? We take the sense of who we are with us as we step into the heavens. We have already strewn the very edge of near space with scientific, military, and civilian space equipment. We have left our footprints on the moon and thrown our first space debris beyond the gravitational attraction of our sun. The next stop of this humanly created space object is another solar system potentially occupied by other life forms. With it, we once again inject the sense of what we are and what we believe ourselves to be upon other life forms. What is it we have sent beyond our own solar system, our home? We have sent a message on a metal plate. We exist, we look like this, we think like this. With it, we have sent small bacterial and viral particles capable of having immense impact upon other atmospheres and life forms. What does this show us? It shows us we are correct when we think we may be the only life form on this planet capable of leaving this earth. What implications does this have for us as individuals and as a species? If we are, once again in our history, to encounter new cultures, civilizations, and species, we must put some thought into who it is we believe ourselves to be. Previously, we have had very dramatic experiences when stepping into other cultures, environments, and civilizations. American Indians, Central American Mayans, South American Incas, Africans, rainforests, Chernobyl, and American buffalo are all examples of what can happen when our species blindly explores new opportunities. Does this mean we should not step into the heavens? By no means. It is the heavens to which we have always dreamed of going. But on the other hand, we do not need to step into the heavens blind to what we are, what we have to offer, and likewise what we believe others in the heavens have to offer. How do we avoid stepping into space blindly? We must have an understanding of what the universe is and what the purpose of the universe is. We also must have an understanding of what our purpose and the purpose of life is before we start stepping into the regions of space occupied by other life forms. How do we accomplish such a monumental task? We recognize the task for what it is. It is a process of building what Stephen Hawking calls a universal philosophy. A universal philosophy is a model of what we believe the universe is. It is a model of what we believe. A model of a universal philosophy could be considered a mission statement for our species. It is a statement we use to guide us as individuals and as a species as we travel through life and space. It is a statement we establish to allow others in space to understand what it is we are trying to do. It is a marker we establish which allows us as individuals, as a species, and others in the heavens to judge just how successful we have been in the past, are being in the present, and will be in the future at accomplishing our defined purpose. Then, as in science, once having built the model, we test it. Isn't this an impossible task? If we can go to the moon, clone animals, create artificial intelligence, genetically create new species of plants and animals, place telescopes in space, split the atom, fuse the atom, fly from one city to another, put an encyclopedia on a small disk, mass-produce personal computers, connect all homes with a worldwide internet, and operate on the brain, we can build a universal philosophy. We are unique amongst the Earth's life forms. We don't accept the idea of we can't. By searching for answers to what we are, what the universe is, and what the purpose of life is, will we have to throw everything away to begin? No, just the opposite. How do we begin? We look at what we have developed as a human species over the last 10,000 years. We look at the most fundamental, the most basic, the broadest, most universally accepted ideas we have developed as a species. Some of these ideas and concepts have arisen from the shedding of huge quantities of blood and tears, or shedding, rather. Do we want to develop a universal understanding of who we are based upon such violent acts? Absolutely. It is this very sacrifice of blood and tears that we must embrace and incorporate into our understanding of what we are and why life exists. Why must we incorporate the ideas generated by the sacrifice of those that came before us? This sacrifice, this shedding of blood by those that came before us, represents just how strongly we believe in the importance and purpose of life. Why do we need to search for the understanding of what our purpose is, what the purpose of life is, and what the purpose of the universe is? We treat each other based upon the value we have of each other. If we think of others as having no value, we treat them as such. If we think of ourselves as having no value, we treat ourselves as such. Just as importantly, not only do we treat ourselves and others according to the value we place on life, we allow and encourage others to do the same.